because I'm kind of scooping under it and then using my hand and now dunking it directly into the flour. So you see I haven't changed the shape of it at all. Gently, from the bottom, not squeeze it. Otherwise, if you squeeze it, then you've already destroyed it. By squeezing the dough, you squeeze the life out of it. So the next step with this is, the dough has a smooth side, and then it has a rougher side. The stretch technique is like this. You take your hands, and then you connect your two hands, so that you see my fingers create this curvature that matches the curvature of the dough. So I start in the center, and I'm simply pressing straight down. And as I press, I move my hands toward the outer rim. And you see how I just stretched half of it?
Yeah.
See this bottom half is still puffy? Turn it. Do the same. Now I turn it this way. Remember I said the Neapolitan slap? I told you about that before. So I take my hand, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right? I go 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then use my other hand to pull it slightly, turn it over my hand, and I turned it 90 degrees. I wiped away all the excess flour because I don't want that going into the oven, because if it goes into the oven, it's going to burn. It's going to burn and it's going to get bitter. And then eventually you're kind of moving this out. Now this is not fully stretched. This is maybe 70% of the way stretched, but it's still circled, and it still has this thickness around the outside. So we don't, with this style of pizza, normally you wouldn't pick it up and do this whole thing. You could though. It's not going to make a bad pizza. It's just going to change its texture a little bit. I want to wait a second because I actually want to put this into the oven when this pizza comes out. But I want you to see this. This is not covered in flour. In fact, I've gone out of my way to wipe off excess flour because I want this to go into the oven without the flour that's going to burn and get bitter. Right now, I want to show you something else, but I just dragged it onto the peel just because it's going to be a little easier. I want to deposit it kind of right in the center of the oven.
It's rising up.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
Okay, what Shelby saw was this.